funny thing. My recorder will still record whatever's on my screen. So you guys keep working. I'm going to talk to nobody here for a second. Well, who I'm really talking to is whoever might be absent today that then might watch the video. But all right, so for people playing along at home, and I don't have to talk super loud because my mic is right here, we today, everything's crazy because we did pumpkin drop. But what we're doing, it's way too far back, is 413. We turned in 411 and 412 today. So we are trying to, on our worksheet, which if you are at home, you probably don't have this, we're trying to fill in our tables to then graph these values with figure number being our X value and number of tiles being our Y value. And we have to determine the rest of these before we can determine the scales on our graph. So to do that, we're going to use the resource page that I gave you guys yesterday, or for yesterday's lesson, and fill in our tables. But remember, this is figure 1, so be careful when you go to fill in your table. And this is for everybody in here. Be careful when you fill in your table. You know figure 1, not figure 0, right? So you know, so like for tile pattern 2, the 5, that should be for figure 1, right? That 5 tiles is for figure 1. So 5, we have 4 each turn. So we also said we're going to extend this. Uh-oh, I might have just muted myself. We also said we're going to extend this out to figure 5, just to get that prediction in there. So figure 5 would have 21 there. If we work backwards, figure 0 has 1. So that is what we're doing. Very good. So I'll say what's nicer than that. Be a problem solver because you're slow. I don't think I said this in here. I think I said it in my war yesterday. Pumpkin drop was mainly a Mrs. Pettigrew thing. If you want to randomly, well, it's worth saying again. If you want to randomly thank her, I'm sure she'd appreciate it.
I'm sure she would.
Yeah.
Should we use like highlight or something to make a line?
Sure.
Alright.
Yeah. Absolutely. I know it's weird that I'm putting my belt back on, but I had to wear a climbing harness up on the roof because I'm kind of scared of heights. So you can't wear a belt. And that's also why I was like right at the edge of the roof because I was tied on. There was no chance I was falling.
Mr. Hudson. Oh, you're afraid of something that will kill you. Oh.
Who would have thought?
It's almost like it's a national urge to not go flying off edges.
The old roof above like the old gym, totally flat, no edge. Just like how this one had an edge that sticks up. And I've got a picture. I'll show you guys pictures tomorrow. So I got a picture of all you guys down on the ground. At Forum. Yeah, I'll put them up on the TV at Forum. I love top throw, but it always breaks down. Sorry, I'm doing math. I can't really hear anybody who's trying to talk to me because I'm doing math. 5, 6, 7. I hope that if you're talking, you're also doing math at the same time. What does our Y max out at? In like all of the tile patterns, if we go to... So we might as well now, because I know some of us are annoyed that we're trying to look at the tile patterns up there. We might as well make sure that we all have the same tables, because we're all going to graph the same thing. We should make sure we have the same tables. So if I close this out, if I close and show you guys this. So in tile pattern 3, I think we need to go up to 23 if we extend out to the 5th one. Yeah, because we said we want to go to 5 for the figure like X for our X-axis. So because we said we want to go to 5, we might as well figure out what that value is for the 5th figure number. So then our max is 23, but max, right, what is better than 23?
24.
So what'd you scale by? How many boxes equals what? 2 boxes equals what? Like 2 boxes equals what? What do you mean, 2? Or do you mean 2 for every box?
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? I just put a board in between
Alright.
every 2 blocks, and then I put a little point in between that for the half. So every box is 1, except we only got like the 2.
Oh, every box being 1 works here?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh man, it's almost like Mr. Hudson did this on purpose.
Oh, you did
So
not.
23
You're
is
too
right.
Stupid to do it on
20.
purpose.
That would have taken planning. Who plans before they teach a lesson?
Not me.
I just fly by the seat of my pants normally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet. You do not need to label every number, because that's silly. That's extra work. I think you were the last person I called yesterday. So Sarkozy, what'd you scale your x-axis like? Every 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 2. That's a 3. That's a 4.
That's a 7.
Boom. Oh yeah. Well. No, well. Okay. That's a 4. It just didn't work right. Look. You want to argue with me about handwriting? I can pull out some samples of y'all's handwriting.
My handwriting.
So I keep. Hey, don't ruin it. We're being a little loose today. We're being a little loose today, but don't ruin it by taking it too far. I keep trying to encourage y'all to bring color to class. I'm going to make pattern one, like highlighters, or like I always talk about highlighters. So I'm going to use blue. I'm going to use blue for pattern 1, right? I had a couple people say, can I use colors? So 0, I got to start right here, which Jake seemed to think was a dramatic problem. 1 goes to 6. 2 goes to 10. So if you haven't graphed your points, graph your points. 3. That you can't graph this point, it's fine, just skip it. Down here that you can't really get to it because of the hole punch, whatever. I didn't plan out the hole punch, I'll admit that. I didn't plan for the hole punch. 3, 14. Crap, I didn't label everything and now it's kind of tricky. I'm not sure if that's right. Yeah, that's why I didn't make that dark. This goes here. Wait, tile pattern 4 ruined it. So 5, 7, 9, right?
Only the first one.
4, 18. Guys, here's a trick when graphing. Here's a trick when graphing. This, when I go to graph 5, 22, because I'm still on figure 1, to look all the way across here, especially if your printout is kind of crappy, that's really annoying. If you know that this is in the right spot, and you know that you're going up by 4, you can kind of trace your line over and say, okay, from here, go up 4, instead of having to trace all the way back and double check, is that 22? So, all right, I got my pattern 1 down.
You'll be happy when it comes to the other one, except the last one. You'll be very upset.
Yeah, that made me so mad. It ruined it.
Mr. Hudson said they did that on purpose. They just to see if they could
Yeah, CPM did it this time.
More especially Brandon. No, it's always Mr. Hudson's fault.
It's Edison's fault.
It is his fault. It's Edison's fault.
0 is 3, so we kind of got to skip that. 1 is 7. Crap!
Oh no, you did it again.
I did it again. This is why you work in pencil, although I'm telling you to work in colors.
I made that mistake like 10 times already. I had to X my point.
Yeah, that's a good point by Colin. That's why you do it in pencil, then you do it in color. So wow, this is looking real pretty.
Nope.
And then, you know what, I'm probably going to grab my red pen, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
0's at 3, can't graph it. 1's at 5, 2's at 7,
Yeah.
3's at 9, oh no. 4's at
And you see why we're upset.
5's at Grant, what did you notice, or what are you noticing, / your classmates are very riled up about? What's happening here? What do we, when we compare, like, what do we see? Yeah, so what do you mean 1, 2, and 3 don't necessarily have the same rule? You want to throw it to Amelia? Because she looks like she wants to help. Amelia?
Those all go up by 4.
What do we call that?
The slope is 4. But then for the other one, the red one, the slope is 2.
These all, what we could put up here, these all have the same slope. They all rise up that graph. Literally, like, people are going out for ski club right now, right? Or joining the ski club. These are all the same steepnesses. And then there's my hill that I would ski down, the bunny hill, that is not as steep.
Your fault. You made it bad.
Not as steep.
It's actually
You gotta know to pizza. You got a pizza.
something that I found.
I hated that.
It's when you ski, pizza is how you slow down.
Something I found interesting was that I didn't have to count like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is here. I looked at the number inside of where there was a pattern, even with the last one. Like the last one's pattern was, I found it interesting. It's basically.
You gotta click the pen thing if you want to draw. At the left side of the board, little arrow.
I found this.
That's what I
I didn't see that.
Huh. Wait a minute. So there's no distance between them.
It's just this one is less. It goes up by 1 less.
Huh.
Because it goes up
Huh.
by 2.
Well, that's interesting. So it's like 2.
What's the last one? The last one?
Here's what you're not letting them see well enough. I see what you're seeing.
I can't see it all.
Here's what Max is seeing. The blue triangle goes up by how much? 4, whereas the red triangle goes up by 2. So Max is saying The blue is steeper. All of the other lines are twice as steep. So like from my bottom points, this still goes up by 4. Right? Like all of those other ones go up by 4s. It's half as much. Because the slope is half as much.
Yay,
Absolutely.
Math.
I want to hold down that.
Maximath?
Yes. Yes, it is math. That is definitely nice.
And does that mean like it's Max's math or it's like math to the max? Like
Both. Yeah, it's both.
I knew you were going to
Because
say
my
that.
math is to the max.
guys, you are starting to get to know me and my bad jokes. But yesterday at Extensions when we were working on the pumpkins, we were talking about today, and I, without even thinking about it, I said, if we're able to tomorrow, we're gonna try to carve out some time to let you build. And Connor, my one 8th grader, just like, because they're in 8th grade and they know me, like, for so long, they're like, I see what you did there. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, you said carve out time for pumpkins. And I was like, I didn't even, it just happens, like, without even thinking about it now. Nevin? Hey. Well, have I told you guys how you fix a pumpkin? Yeah, like all the pumpkins you guys just broke out there.
A pumpkin patch.
Yeah, just get a pumpkin patch.
I already did that. I have a pumpkin seed in my shoe.
I'm sorry.
Are you
I had a piece of
So, now, crap. I gotta pass out a ton of papers. So now, the last thing we really care to talk about here is what if we flip the whole situation around where all you get, hey, what is going on? Just sit down. What you're doing is not appropriate. I'm literally teaching right now. If the situation gets turned around, this is not the same graph that we just made. If the situation gets turned around and you're asked to say, hey, what's this point tell you? Talk with your team real quick. What does that point tell us? I wrote back to you.
Wait, so did I do this? Did I do this wrong? Did you say no? Okay. I was wondering if you said no.
Silly mistakes happen. Silly mistakes happen. Hey, absolutely not. If you want to be able to continue to use ruler in 7th grade.
I have one too. Oh wait, I forgot I draw that. I thought it was.
Oh, Malachi's paper.
Why is everyone so sad about Malachi?
Hey, be nice. Just drop it. Be nice. Or what? Or are you not aware that he's gone? Hey, he's gone. He's very confused. He's like moving to Indiana or something. Yeah. Dude, you're done. Don't worry about that.
Who was getting a paper test yesterday. I was going to a sick or something. I didn't think about
Oh wait, so
going in Asia.
Hold on a second. Give me a second, guys. I cannot multitask. You guys all really think that I can multitask. I certainly not. No, because they're going to see other people's face. Yeah, now it's passed.
I think that one tells us that the
I got a no name for 324 through 32 whatever it was. I got a no name, so if you didn't get back your 324 to whatever and you think you turned it in, you're probably the no name. Why? Is Connor not here? Oh my gosh. You're right in front of me. Well, it's because he's wearing a hat and it's throwing me off because I can't see any of him. Well, we're not all going to do this right now. It goes in the land of no-name papers, and you can come at Extensions or whenever. All right, let's talk about the test you just got back. I have all of the data from the test written down. This is what I love about Mastery. It's a loop, right? So, check it. I gotta cover something up real quick, so y'all can't see private stuff. So, I know. This evening, because I've had no time to work today, this evening, before I put grades into MAP, I'm going to look at my data sheet. Yeah, I know. This is what it's like to be a teacher. So, if you want to come chat with me about your mastery today at Extensions, I wrote down the grade that you gave yourself, and I know exactly what you still need to do or what you missed. I reserve the right to change your grade, right? I reserve the right to take the P that you wrote down and decide I think you get an M, because my grade that I put in MAP is in a column over here to the left of your guys' names. So if you want to come talk to me, otherwise, fix the stuff and turn it back in. Which we went over in class pretty much, but show me that you know how to fix it, know how to do it right, separate sheet of graph paper, turn it back in. Or come see me and talk about it, and then we'll change it to a mastery. That's all we got time for. I'm late, no questions. Sorry, come see me if you need something. Have a great day, guys.